All right, we're live. Instagram is being nice enough to tell everybody that I'm here. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, Instagram. That's very kind of you. We got people popping in. And there we go. There's the request. It's been accepted, I believe. It's been sent.
Hey,
Oh wow.
Hey guys, how's it going?
it's going good. Ready to do some poetry.
Yeah, absolutely. That is what we are here for. All right, let us do the damn thing. The
Let's do it.
intro, the introduction is, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, mice and scarecrow. Welcome to the Poetry Kingdom live prompt read for this week on mythology. Separates mythology from mere narrative is its deep context of exploring mysterious truths. Many topics will be covered: gods, fables, ancient cultures, and various and sundry other things. I am Excite Bike. All right. I'm going to get started with a piece that was specifically requested for me to read in a particular voice.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, this is by Johan Lee. All right, I gotta get myself in the headspace here. All right. Multiple complexities, the precious, simply vexes me, corrupts the mind and body state, deformed in love's most precious hate. Words is golem spat and gurgled, hidden caverns dark empurpled, beneath the mist and mountains haze, in solitary, smeagol gaze, in ugly state of wants and needs, in sloth and slur, and secret greed, for who shall love and lords us all, in gold materials slither and fall, and lest the earth should fade to black, my doth love promise rage attack. I wants it more than I can see, the ring my soul doth vanish me.
Nice.
Very,
That
very well done.
that warms my heart.
Oh, yes.
That
That's fantastic. I think you perfectly encapsulated the poem.
Thank you. I practiced this one. I practiced this one for a while. Uh, I I love this one because one of the things that I mentioned in my original post for the prompt was that you could explore modern mythology, and Lord of the Rings, I think, is uh,
Hmm.
definitely up there in terms of being that ascended into that category.
Absolutely. Now, I am vaguely familiar with the trilogy. I am ashamed to say that I have not experienced it in its entirety, though.
I will fix that though.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh yes,
okay.
yes, do it, absolutely.
All right. So now that we've got this party started,
Mhm.
I believe we're up.
And is it
We're starting here.
okay?
All right. I'll let you do the honors.
Hmm. Alrighty then. And this one is by Ray Love Brandy. And it's titled Isis. Death is not defeat when you're sitting at the feet of life itself. Inundate, avenge and wiles, drown Egypt in crocodiles. A pluvian plague of ache and denial, respect the Nile. Scattered, shattered, regather all his shards. Your perfect man is all who can judge constellation scars. His seed returns to light, the only way to make things right. Bleed me till the Anteros beats Mars. Sacrifice my ashes, tributing his burning stars.
Oof.
That was fierce.
God, her wordplay is incredible.
Mhm.
I love the concept. Just anything Egyptian mythology is just it's beautiful. It's almost mysterious, and it's just got this regal feeling about it, just like Greek. But the wordplay in that was Brandy never disappoints.
No.
No, no, she is fucking spectacular.
Mhm.
I love the duality of it. The story of Isis is fascinating. It's kind of like tragic and romantic because her man is killed and then she literally, finds his body, um, and then his body gets torn apart, and then she, you know, brings all of his pieces back together. So in her piece, there's this wonderful duality between the avenging angel and the devotion and the love, which I absolutely fucking adore and which touches my
Mhm.
heart. And I love you, girl.
That is definitely a woman determined to keep her man together.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. All right, now I have another one by Johann Lee, and this is another Egyptian prompt, um, based on the Egyptian god. Now, my memory is a little bit foggy. Bastet, the cat goddess. Sacred is the cat, feeding on the feathery, climbing high on altars in attack. All-seeing eye, claws of death's lullaby. If luck would have it, scratched and painted black. Majesty appealing strokes the silk of life revealing, deadly poise in paste and pummeled paws, by the witch in fury of broom, with gods in stuffy tomb, for who can find a feline with any flaws?
Meow.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, so good.
I like that.
She knows how to bring it with every piece that she writes.
Yeah, she always has really, really beautiful wordplay, very descriptive. As a feline aficionado, I very much approve, and I think her description of it is great. Although I can find many flaws with my cat, such as pooping outside the litter box, which I'm not a fan of.
And there's that whole, I can't stand anything to be on the counter thing.
My cat, thankfully, is too fat to be jumping on counters.
That is a plus.
That is always a plus. All right. So we have Joyce West. All right. And we are with the Bastet still. I'm going to bring this a little closer because this is kind of tiny print. No, doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. There we go. Yeah, we're learning how to use phones over here. All right. Meow. I sit by the Nile as the sun rises, awaiting instructions from the sun god Ra, instructively watching for serpents slithering, serene and content with the perfect symmetry of my mythological beauty. A female in feline body, worshipped as a deity. At night, I am the eye of the moon, prowling unseen as my silken goat gleams in the silver moonlight. My reign now consigned to the tombs of archaeology, beckoning mantelpieces in classical homes, but my DNA is carried on by all sleek cats of domesticity, staring into the eyes of owners, imparting memories of ancient beliefs of kings and queens, now resting uncomfortably in tombs and museums, awaiting the warmth of Ra to ignite a long time forgotten when Bast was more than the perfect pet, but a god of the Egyptian heavens. I apologize, Joyce, for tripping up on some of those words. That was an incredible poem.
Mm-hmm.
God, it encompasses you know, the antiquity, the eternalness of and the worship of the cat. I know that, you know, cats were, you know, deemed gods in Egyptian time, and I think this just
Feared and Eve were revered.
and I think this just kind of sums up the, you know, the mentality of how important the cat was.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful wordplay, and I think there's a really great sense of atmosphere. I really feel like I was like transported to ancient Egypt. An
Hmm.
interesting little aside about cats. The Egyptians would carry cats into battle for good luck.
Oh, poor kitties.
Uh-oh.
Well, they wouldn't be on the front lines, you know, they
Right.
wouldn't be, you know, in danger, but you know,
Okay. Yeah. I can see that in their little ornate cage thrones and
yeah, yeah, little
fantastic.
little baskets with jewels and whatnot.
Reminds me of the game Kitten Cann, and
Kitten cannon?
yeah, it was an online game. Anyways, I digress. Uh,
Kitten cannon.
Kitten Cann.
Okay. I, all right. Mike had an interesting youth.
I did, very much so.
Uh,
It was a video game, like online.
okay.
Okay, that's good to clarify.
Mhm.
Right, right.
All right.
No
That.
cats were actually hurt. All right. The next piece is by Sean May, and it is called Dragon's Dance. The breath of wings displace warm air, rise up from where, a sleeping lair, for a giant dressed in scales, upward sails without care, with onyx eyes, to spy his foes, who scarcely knows their dread or woes, eaten whole, or burnt and sliced, by fire and ice, then left for crows. So rare to see, and live to write the dragon's flight, eclipsed by night. For stories told in ages past, behold and gasp in awe or fright. Such cruelty hides this creature's grace, in loops of chase defying space. So effortless by sun so bright, or starlight night, the sky be traced. The moves are fluid, yet dart and prance, each twist a chance of beauty glanced, flight in coils, sweeping wings, he glides in rings, this dragon's dance.
Mm.
That was fantastic. I absolutely loved the sense of movement. It was described so well, and like the tight, beautiful rhyming and rhythm of it was fantastic.
It really was. And the
Mhm.
syllable structure, the rhyme flow, it just, I don't know how easy it was for you to read that, but it just flowed off your tongue.
Yeah, as far as like the rhyme scheme was concerned, that was woven so very well. Like, yeah, like a coil.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyways,
Finger
back to
dance.
yeah. I'm a little out there, so um, okay.
Oh, you know, I feel like in the honor of love, we should pass this next one off to Patrick.
I think so too.
Ah, yes. The beautiful and lovely and spectacular Brandy Elaine.
Mhm.
All right. Now, she has included a pronunciation of the first word, so that is good. This is for the Pythian Apollo prompt. Ye Paeon, shoot the arrow, bleed the heart, and drain the marrow of the demon-cursed beast. Our Redeemer when damned by deceiver, great father of Hercules. Forgive the Queen of Heaven for her animosity. Even betrayed, she always stayed steadfast in loyalty. Now Python rots and fulfills his lot, inspiring Pythia's dreams, reciting verse in cryptic words, conveyed in godly screams. Fuck. I love that. I love I love the storytelling and the narrative to it, and the rhyming is beautiful. Oh, and that conveyed in godly screams. Fuck. That is just straight fucking fire. You could you could put a Brandy poem in front of me and without her name, and even just by the rhythm of it, I could tell that it was her.
Hmm. Yeah, she's so concise, but it packs such a punch. Like it, her poems just hit you
They do.
like a fucking fist.
She is fucking fire.
Oh, let's see here. What do we got next? Is it you or me?
Let's see. Did you? I think it's me
There you
actually.
go.
And this next one is by the lovely Joyce West, from the Pythian Apollo prompt, actually titled Pythian Apollo. Bloody Hades, I'm only the menial heir, cleaning up after orgies. And as for who is who, don't expect me to know, but seeing that lot are in a drunken stupor, I'll have a go. Now the top geezer is Zeus, and his lady is Hera. He plays away a bit with whoever takes his fancy, so she gets stroppy. Yes, thanks, a glass of wine might clear my mind. I think he had a kid called Athena. Did it by himself, if you can believe that. Where, whereas his kid with Hera was a bit disabled. Was a bit disabled. And fell in the sea, but got saved. Hera said to Zeus, no more rumpy pumpy for a year. um, but in this year, she had Typhaon, maybe immaculate conception. Who knows? Well, she was a dragoness and was a right pain in the bum, causing mischief everywhere. Now the guy who drives the sun chariot, called Phoebus Apollo, decided to knock the dragoness off at a palace called Pytho. So he got the tag Pythian Apollo. Well, I am only the menial, and it's all Greek to me. Ialtu.
Oh, I love that.
That was awesome.
It's so tongue in cheek.
She's good.
She's so good. I love her. She has this underhanded humor that she works into her pieces, and as you read it, you're just like, oh,
Mm.
She has such a wide variety of styles too. Like she can be, extremely, beautiful and complex in her linguistics, and then she can just be fun and witty and sardonic as hell, like in this piece. Rompy Pompey. My God. What a Britishism.
I'm going to add that to my repertoire.
yeah, that's gonna ruin a lot of moments.
Even
Oh, God.
oh, Robbie Pompey.
Okay.
Rompy Pompey. All right. The next piece is by Brandy for the flood prompt. Deluge of the fugue banging out D minor. I don't even care if it's in tune. You'll worship the moon as she sways the monstrosity of waves. There is no refuge from the clashing blue lagoon. There are old sailors, there are bold sailors, but no bold old sailors. The red sky in the morning is your only fucking warning. Learn to swim. Or drown in the drink the albatross is circling pigs on the wing. I can hear them singing blood upon the rivers. Goddamn all the liars who made kings. They worship rings and love their crowns and never touch unholy ground, while the piously profound are pissed upon. Bring the dawn of their destruction and cease the evil function. Return the world immaculate to grave. There's nothing to save.
Wow.
Again, it's just she's
This kind of felt like a old shaman around a campfire telling a story with all this emotion and, spreading a message and, striking fear into the people that listen. And it's just so fucking powerful. Damn.
There are bold sailors, but no old sailors. That to me speaks wisdom.
That's
And yeah, it's fucking fire, the intensity. I'm actually super glad I landed on that one. That's a lot of fun to read. And also there's a lot of musical references in here. Pigs on the Wing, Learn to Swim. There's some other ones too, but those are specifically the ones that I remember myself. But yeah, I fucking love where was that line? Oh yeah. The red sky in the morning is your only fucking warning. I love that. She knows exactly where and when to drop those intense F bombs to really explode a piece.
yeah, definitely.
Very much so.
Yeah. All right. I think you're up, Patrick.
No, that was just me.
Mm. So this is either, let's see, I think it might be you actually.
Oh, God. All right. I'm joining the party. All right. So next up, we have Job Low. And this one is called Think Masters of the Universe. Round of the pious shall never deliver. Quickenings of strength, regeneration of power, and regeneration power. Everywhere else is a prize zone path where the chosen can mercilessly devour. Mono a mono, the only other rule of this strange mythological game on this eerie eternal stage. As a player, you never age, expire once to play, forever stay the same. Some are truly good, some are purest evil, some change after the afflictions of time's curse, living centuries of fun and woe, watching all they love die, and fade away to naught, these masters of the universe. All are infertile, with no children to call their own. Many have no friends and ask, who wants to live forever alone? They sense one another when close, most frightening time of all, for often it means their end will soon be set in stone. Now to the fight, only wedded brands to be used, this skill of deadly combat, beyond the realms of the terrific, always to the death. Only one way to win it, the victor's final blow, must remove the cephalic. From the dawn of civilization, through the present to the future, carrying on until a handful remain, now the gathering location shall be shown. Now the legendary masters will fall, till final victory is won, because all of us who play know there can only be one.
That is such a completely unique piece, and I love the intensity and the really unique story arc of it, and the sense of like the conflict of these like super powerful beings, and the sense of almost kind of like apocalypse.
Definitely. And he actually he puts out some really good stuff. When he I really enjoy it. And again, it's a great flow. Just those woven in rhymes. It's not consistent, but it hits at the right places.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right. So next one is by Dale Warren. This one's a fun one. Young Peter and Baba Yaga from the Baba Yaga prompt.
Okay.
Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, you sexy beast. On your Peter you wish to feast. You lay a trap with your magical bush, in hopes that Peter will show up and push. You grasp little Peter with both hands. You tell him of a place that is so grand. You introduce him to your pussycat. Well, young Peter was intrigued by that. Baba Yaga, Peter did cry. Her pussycat gave a heavy sigh. Young Peter, the old cat did say, Baba Yaga plans to eat you one day. Later that day, a maiden so fair, with a stern look on her face and golden hair, to rescue her Peter she must dare. So she ran without haste, for Baba Yaga was about to have Peter to taste. The old puss greeted her with a sly grin. He said, hurry up, come on in. Baba Yaga has your Peter in her cold hands, and she is about to eat the young man. She looked around the darkened room and grabbed the old witch's broom. By mistake she hit young Peter's head. Enough has been said.
Peter.
Oh, that was so fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Can I like heart react that twice? Like, is that?
How did you do that with a straight face?
It was tough. It was close a couple times.
Oh, that was so good. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
The
It was so
Tongue in cheek.
yeah, well, not even that. It was just I would say it was pretty direct.
Yeah.
it was it was something in cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah, the double meanings and the innuendos there. That was fantastic. That was so much fun.
Right. I think you're up.
How am I gonna follow Bob Yaga? That's not, or not me. Okay. This next one is by Joanne Lee. Trying to see what. Okay. Should the flood love us all, wave upon wave come crashing, soaked through the skin, satiated within, joie de vivre, or
You got it.
joie de vivre. Okay. Joie de vivre seep and trespassing. Should the flood love us all, millions of minions turn mighty, surpassing, recasting, deep pooling, amassing. Lifeboats for all in the psyche. Should the flood love us all, none left behind, paired in reprisal of hope, for whom should life choose to remain or to lose? Selection, an elite slippery slope.
Mm.
I love any piece that like can either be tied to or directly refer to the psyche because it really causes you to think.
Well, I'm a psych geek, so you know that's my thing.
Just keep swinging, just keep swinging, just keep swinging.
Yeah, there's so many different angles to this piece. So beautifully written. I also love the repeating line, should the flood love us all, I believe it was. Um, and the ending too, it kind of brings almost an emotive, personal, metaphorical aspect to it, which I absolutely love.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And going off of what you said earlier, I'm a sucker for a refrain, so I think it when used properly, it can really drive home the point of the piece.
Yeah, absolutely. So well done. Next is by Joyce West, The Great Flood. Floods in so many guises litter the history of mankind, water interwoven into the weft and warp of existence, as small as the flood of tears that mourns loss, and help the spirit grieve, to that of biblical proportions, Noah apprised by God above, to build an ark before the deluge. Nowadays, global warming causes the deities of the heavens to scorch the earth before the polar ice caps melt, flooding the land from north to south. Are floods like those spilt tears, nature rebooting the damage caused by the carelessness of mankind, allowing the fresh emerging land to blossom and proliferate. Do those words, every cloud has a silver lining, reflect the need throughout time to cleanse and reset the world before it's allowed to die? Will the next flood looming be the great flood, our last chance to ensure our survival?
Mm, that vocabulary. I absolutely
Under.
love it.
This is another one with so many different perspectives. You have the issues of the climate and pollution and all of that. And it also has the biblical reference, and it also ties in some emotive stuff. Just brilliant piece.
Definitely. Um, let's see here. What do we got next? All right. We have another one for Baba Yaga. I'm not sure how this is going to follow the first one, but we shall see. Right. And this one is by, what do we got? Oh, yeah, how do you go?
Oh, here.
There we go. This is Miss Joyce West once again. All right. Motherhood, a construct of love that turns Pinocchio like a piece of wood into a boy. Love all-encompassing, but unable to shield the child from the evil world around. In the grim fairy tale, a wicked witch casts a spell that lures the boy into a trap, imprisoning him until one day he's freed by an angelic girl, aided by a felicious cat. Oh, if life were but a fairy tale, then the lad created in the lab from donated egg and sperm. For the wannabe mother, cherished in love, would comfort and escape many perils in his growing up. But the modern world is less forgiving than the Baba Yaga construct. Evil witches manifest themselves in temptations of the flesh, luring indulged kids into their grasp. Not by sweet voices calling, but a bag of drugs at the school gate. They cage around today's lad, his own addiction, his only hope, rehabilitation. Will the modern Baba Yaga have the happy end with the fairy tale salvation? Maybe. Or will the sweet voice be that of his mother crying at his cremation? Ooh.
Wow.
So just
Damn.
definitely a different take on the Baba Yaga and a really inventive interpretation of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely unexpected. Like even as the piece, evolved in the beginning, you would have no clue, what was evolving into. So it was like so totally
Mhm.
fascinating. And that last line, oh my God, that's
No,
so soul destroying and heartbreaking.
it's so final.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, definitely. So, two different, very different perspectives on the Baba Yaga.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. Next
right.
piece is by John Prince Johnny Ratke. Prometheus stole fire from the gods, so his children wouldn't shiver in the cold. For this act of love, the gods chained him to a rock and let the eagle tear out his heart. I gave you the fire. I'm an act of love. You ripped my heart out in a cold, sterile office. Prometheus loved his children. You murdered mine.
Wow. That one hit.
Yeah, that's um that ending, my God, that is
Mhm.
so impactful and soul destroying again. Um and also like taking the story of Prometheus and bringing it down to such a personal level and story of such incredible pain.
Yeah, it was a very personal, or at least it felt very personal, like it came from the heart
Yeah.
of of insight. So, oof. Well, all right. So moving on, we have something a little lighter. This is actually mine. So, uh, this one is called Sweetheart Soiree. Aphrodite showed up here all kinds blitzed and turned the kitchen into a foam rave. My floors are ruined, and to top it off, she threw up all the hors d'oeuvres I gave. The cherubs got wasted on cherry wine and took to the skies in a warrior's duel. A nip slip of the wrist, now Cupid's dead. Great. Drunks took out Valentine's jewel. Arrows took Psyche down to the docks, lovers dipping skinny in the pale moonlight. Joke's on them, Psyche can't swim, and Eros can't see without his glasses at night. Zeus's philandering ass showed up with randos in tow. His childish antics never ever disappoints. I just wish he'd stop bringing over strays. They steal all my shit and smoke all my joints. I can't find Anteros. He was sulking again. He found his date canoodling with his brother. This happens to him every single year, but here he is, heartbroken over another. Freya was the smart one of the group. She stayed home to watch over Folkvanger. Next year we're having this party at your place, because I'm hungover of idiocy and anger.
Oh my God, that is so brilliant. That I love the description of all the different gods and their various foibles as party animals. I definitely want to go to that party.
Yeah. I originally wrote that as a Valentine's Day ode. I wanted to get all the gods associated with love together and just kind of throw them into a room and have a rager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it would be a rager.
All right, Patrick, you are
All
up.
right, I am up. This next piece is by Joyce West, and it's called Coco Pelli. Just my luck. I'm Coco Pelli, from the As of Ah, the god of fertility. I strut my stuff with a cock so potent it probably accounts for my name. While Pelli is a mischievous person, what a combination! I have a smile on my face while I toot my flute. Sometimes I'm bent over by being a mythological stud. Does get me down sometimes. As for the sack, sometimes I carry on my back. Various accoutrements are needed for my work. My services sought after by young maidens, especially in spring, but I can also sow my seed in autumn. I generally signify optimism and hope, the rosy glow when the pregnancy strip is go. Hey, another one to mark up for my fertility. Overall, I'm a useful chap.
Oh, that was good. Again, I love her sense of humor.
I love the potent cock. That that is a reference to this particular god who has a an erection 100% of the time.
It's the way to live.
Which one is that?
Patrick?
Coco Pelli.
I'm just
Ah,
say what? Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to actually tune in here.
all right. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that the right one?
Might be hold on here.
That one.
Boom.
Yep.
This is another one by the lovely Joyce West. It is based off the mythology prompt.
Well, all of this is mythology.
Your mythology.
Did you come to the party already?
I don't.
Are you drunk?
Mythology grows like ivy, shaking up an ancient oak, gathering strength with more offshoots, the higher it grows, entwining its branches, and as it reaches towards the light, subtly changing color with variegations and striations. Dig deep down into the roots of the history and the origins of man to discover how, like the ivy, it has journeyed on and upward. Tales told around the bonfire to explain the inexplicable, natural phenomena, given names of gods, exploits of previous generations, amplified as hero worship, the skies explained in tales of chariots racing, with stars forming creatures. For each culture, similar myths but renamed to suit linguistic and climatic anomalies, later woven into the fabric of monotheistic worship. So today, our festivals reflect the ancient purpose and the mythology of cultures long replaced by the descendants of those gone before, always morphing, changing into something rich and strange. Mm.
Yeah,
Intense.
that's that's incredibly beautifully descriptive and transcendent. And I love the nature of, the evolution of the stories and of faith and spirituality throughout time. That last line, that was fucking fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
So good.
And what?
Like that's all I got. It was so good. Don't look at me
What? Okay. Anyways,
like.
anywho,
All right. Next piece is by Sean May, Preserving Legends. Centuries told the tales of old around a fire to ward the cold. Many times throughout the years the words enthralled the listener's ears, told with fury, frightening stories, fueled by ale beguiled and curious. Some laughed or scoffed, yet some took heed, some wrote them down for ye to read. They brought the fables to the table, elders passed them grave to cradle, so the young will best remember to gather their own around the embers. Let's explore these old folklore with our own spin to make it more. Winding words may change with time, they made it theirs, I'll make it mine. A little history mixed with mystery, all twisted with our own ancestry. To keep it alive should be our desire. So get the drinks, I'll build a fire.
Ooh.
mm,
Oh, that was good. I love the rhyme. I love the flow. I love the storytelling of the piece.
exactly.
Yeah.
Once again, Sean just brings most impeccable rhyme structure and rhythm and flow. And I love the sense of atmosphere and the sense of history, taking oral tradition and passing it down and then getting into written tradition. That was an awesome piece.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. Right. So it looks like we are coming to a close. I have the final piece, and this is by Miss Johann Lee again. And this is untitled. And this kind of has a feel, kind of going back to your first piece, Patrick, but I cannot do the voice. So customize this precious table, set from stone and myth and fable. This lore full told in allegory, conviction laid in fond story, for dark belief and rage is sent to humble those who shall repent. The font of all precious deeds, in tales of bravery and love and greed, of all the measure of man and God, for who in life shall spare the rod? And does life bow and bend and please? An altar to the gods appease. Some shall seek and some shall find the peace of wrath of mere mankind. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Again, like this is to me kind of like what I was saying about Brandy's. Very concise, but at the same time, very powerful.
Yeah,
Really, really drives the point home.
yeah. There's definitely a sense of weight to it, and as you say, impact. That's a perfect word.
Yeah.
And the sense of like importance. of mythology in a general sense as a way of, communicating and teaching.
Yes, absolutely. Wow. All right.
All
Well,
right.
So
Thank you very much.
well, this was definitely fun to do this again with you, Patrick.
Absolutely.
And if anybody has never told you, you've got a voice for radio.
you do.
Hmm.
Definitely do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh, should I mention the Thunderbird prompt?
Oh yeah. So Mike was a little late to the game
Oh,
again, and if you don't mind, he actually had one that he wrote for the Thunderbird.
and I didn't know if I was supposed to message you directly or Brandy since she posted the prompt, or if I was supposed to post it because apparently I can't read. But
No,
now that we know, um, let's see here.
that's not how any of this works.
I wouldn't know. Well, now I do.
So we would like to contribute one more piece since he was
Mm,
can't read instructions and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This was based off of the Thunderbird prompt. Thought I was going to go with a Pokemon direction, went in the complete opposite direction. It's titled Totem Scold. Fun till Brody made the T-Bird enraged. There's a little cat. Yeah. Ions crash nocturne and Nimbus Nexus through Voltaic cries of birdsong wreckage. Tomb unearthed perceived of glaciers rising thirst, engulfed instead by swelling microburst. Wrought of arctic peaks glazed in frosts ordain, invoke the abe in shrieking light's disdain. From cobalt crests that's honed of ire's glow, in flight-bound fury strikes the omens cold. Wingspan writhes in waning lifespan's blunder, birthed as Thor's familiar, forged from thunder. Helions of searing light drag their spite from atomic inoculums ignite. In moment's breath, he should have paid heed, sucker. All goes white. Caw, motherfucker. Yeah. It's like, oh, it's so. Oh, caw.
I love
Oh,
that. The fucking the word choices is fucking incredible and ascended. That first like opening section just like blew my mind with like the Thesseratic word choices, which is a name I made up, Thesseratic. And then I love how the piece evolved in that ending was so funny.
Is that a portmanteau? Thesaurus and erratic or thesseratic? Or is that just like man?
I think they just did that off the cuff.
That's
I just put attic at the end of
There you
it.
go. Well, with that, that is all we got. So this was definitely fun.
Thank you so much once again. Jamie Santomasso, Spirit of the Sonneteer, Mike Davidson. Do you have an Instagram you wanna promote?
um I don't like I've got my own Instagram account, but I don't really post to the Instagram account I had for the Arsonist Manifesto. Um I honestly don't.
We're gonna go with no.
No.
All right, all right,
Yeah.
fair enough. The majestic, the talented, poetic couple. Thank you very much once again for doing this, and I hope all of you out there on Instagram land enjoyed this as well. This has been our Mythology Live prompt read, and we'll be coming to you with another prompt on Monday. All right, everybody. Have a good Saturday evening, afternoon, morning, or whatever the hell time it is for you anywhere. Bye.
You're here. Bye.